Hi, this is Jim Lyon, the host of the All That to Say podcast. Before you dive in today, be sure and subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you can catch all of our fearless conversations. One thing that strikes me in the story is just his name. Because when he gets to the States, he has to find employment and so on. And tell us about his employer. His employer just can't figure out Mitka. What that kind of name is that? So how does he go?
He first arrives in the Bronx, and he spends several weeks at a synagogue. He is moved to Catholic Charities because the synagogue was overflowing in Baltimore. And this wonderful man takes Mitka under his wing, helps him find work, but Mitka doesn't know what money is. He can't read and write, in English certainly, but in anything. He doesn't know what money is. He doesn't know any habits of work. And Jim Libertini, who at the Catholic Charities had to teach him all of these really basic things. He was perceived as being 18, based on the fictional birthday that he had, when in fact he was probably 15. But everybody was expecting an 18-year-old to act like an 18-year-old. And of course he's not, but he's grown a lot then, and he's movie star good looking, and he's got some charm and some bravado. But he, at one of his employers, after being fired several times because he would get a little money from pay, he would go down to the theater, he could pay a quarter, and he could watch 7 movies endlessly. And that became his teacher, American movies. So he would get fired because he hadn't shown up for work. Well, Jim Libertini kind of put some fear in him and got him to continue at a job. The employer there said, "I can't call you Mitka. You're in America now." And so he named him Tim. And that became Mitka's name. It began a process of keeping secrets.
Submerging what he understood to be his true identity. In order to survive and make a way, he has to play along with other people's naming.
That's a good way to put it.
And isn't it true that even at the beginning, when he was 4 years old, dropped off at the school in Ukraine, he didn't have a name?
Correct.
And it was only later, well, he got a name from his slaveholder, what they called him, Martin?
Martin Dur.
Yeah, which was arbitrarily assigned, like the birthday.
It was.
How did he discover Mitka as his name? That is something that happened in the rescue process?
Yes, it was. There was a time at the children's camp at Bad Aibling where they're processing these displaced children. He heard someone say Mitka, and he'd heard himself referred to as Dimitro or Dimitrio, but that didn't resonate with him. There were some records that we haven't been able to learn the origins of them, but there were some records that his name was Dimitro, and that the nickname for that, Mitka, that's what he was familiar with. So someone said that, and he knew in his spirit.
Triggered a memory.
It did.
From
and that
early in his formation, yeah.
They had called him by his name. It was the first time. It was one of those extraordinary liberating moments for him.